Old floor shook with the storm, but we stood tall. Bethany lights up like a comic book hall. Figurines stacked, superheroes in flight. We fight with kindness, not with spite. David D with his wallet flare laughs in the face of who would dare to judge or box us in with hate. This con ain't about fitting some games. Hurricon, we rise from the flood. Ink on our heads, hope in our blood. Pills and punchlines, no fear in the air. You're not just invited, you're welcome here. Science fiction saints and stained glass dreams. Justice League and Jesus on the same team. Kids who were bullied now draw the line with capes and courage crossing time. Michael J still got that coverless book. Johnny paints what the world once took. We gather in peace, break every mold. Love loud, love proud, love bold. Hurricon from disaster and gloom. From waterlogged pews to a fan-filled room. Spandex and sparkles, cosplay sincere. You're not just allowed, you're welcome here. No gatekeeping, no side eyes. All fandoms, all flags, unite and rise. It's not just a con, it's a battle cry. We're saving the world one booth at a time. Hurricane, we rise from the flood. Ink on our hands, hope in our blood. It's not just for fun, it's a mission clear. Come as you are, you're welcome here. Yeah. Hurricane, Hurricane, David D, keep carrying on. Hurricane, Hurricane.
That's right. Hurricon is back. David Donovan's fundraising convention for Bethany Church in East Rockaway, New York, is back with 2 shows in 2025. Saturday, June 14th, and later. I do not have the later date. But the first date is June 14th, a couple weeks away. So mark your calendars if you're in the Bethany Church, East Rockaway, New York area, and stop in for special guest Joe Kelly. And lots of giveaways and lots of cool stuff. And all proceeds benefit the Bethany Church and its missions. How cool is that?
Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle Andrew with your sneak peek at next week. Episode number 982 for Comics originally coming out June the 4th, 2025. Before Drew and I get into what's coming up in this, coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday. Boy, Drew, we have been through the ringer, messing with different computery things and trying to get you and I on the same point and not without delay. Let's get a good podcast going, but boy, we've been through it already today, sir, haven't we?
We have. It ain't easy, and I miss Skype so very much. I miss it so much. It was such a nice little tool that did things we wanted for free, and now we continue to wander the desert looking for replacements. And Wave Room is just not the answer. So
no, yeah.
So we're Teams in it now. We're Microsoft Teams, and we're going to see how that goes. Mm-hmm. And we'll roll that dice for a little while and see how it goes. For you,
it's already changing the gain on my microphone for some odd reason, so I've got to find that setting and get rid of it.
Yeah. for you, the listeners, this is how much we love you. We continue to fight the good fight to find an audio recording option for you, to bring you the dulcet tones of Kyle and Drew. Did we intro the episode even yet?
I did, because I stumbled through it and then kind of gave a little.
Yeah. Here we are. Well, let's have a fun question from our good pal Jason, who says, "Hey, Batman and Deadpool will be the first DC Marvel crossover in a long time. What DC Marvel crossover would you guys like to see?" So, Yeah, I heard that they're going to do another crossover between the two companies. Cool. They're picking DC, Batman and Deadpool. Not my choice. I mean, Batman's not a bad. Why not Batman and Spider-Man? Come on. I mean, do that again. Do that over and over again. But what would you like to see? Who from DC and who from Marvel would make
interesting?
Would make you fork over your dough? Nightwing.
So I think we got to put like Plastic Man and Deadpool together. Or no, are those? Yeah, because that's one DC, that's one Marvel.
Yeah,
because they're kind of the same personality, so that would be fun.
Okay, I could see that. I think Nightwing and Moon Knight would bring us a lot of joy.
Nightwing and Moon Knight would bring us all kinds of joy. Tony Stark and Batman, so you just have the billionaire.
Oh, okay. I like that a lot. Maybe Sergeant Rock and Nick Fury. Kind of fun.
I can see that.
But yeah, I would just love to see them. They should just do it all the time. It shouldn't have to be a special thing. Just merge.
Can't the kids just get along?
Yeah, just merge and put all the people together all the time. Make the Avengers and Justice League. That would be. I think they've done that, but I'd like to see it again. Do it again.
More, please.
Yeah, and he also says, would you like to see a Marvel Max Black Label cross? So something Peacemaker and...
Ooh, okay.
Yes, that sounds pretty good. Trying to think of some Marvel Max would be like Daredevil, maybe. I guess I'm thinking Black Label / Vertigo, but yeah, that would be cool. I would be down for any of that stuff. Batwang and whatever Marvel Max. But yeah, and you know what you could do is you could do the Absolute Universe and the Ultimate. That'd be kind of cool. Get them crossed up.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, I would be down for all that.
My mind's racing on all these things. I like a lot of them.
I would be down for all that. That would be cool. Bring it on, Jason. Bring it on. We are down for whatever. And we're also down for Hot 10.
Yeah, let's head on over to good friends at CBSI, comicbookinvest.com. Click on their list for May 23rd, 2025, and find out what the hot items are. Starting with number 1, Superman, A Friendship Unleashed.
Aw.
And actually, Drew, we just got the list for the 30th out. Would you prefer to do the up-to-date one?
Well, I think we should.
All right, let's flip over to May the 30th
So
and start with our number
Superman.
1 item. I apologize. He'll be later on the list. Let's start with the first item, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 33. Oh, actually, so this one doesn't have any of the write-ups. This just has numbers. So let's go back to the 23rd.
That's hilarious.
Superman, A Friendship Unleashed, issue number 1. I debated what to do with the top spot this week because it was a strange week with many titles being very close in volume with no true far and away standout. While Battle Beats books are still selling very well, Battle Beasts, many are down in price as well as volume from last week, so we didn't feel right to repeat the top. That said, we pivoted to an unusual choice as this book was a mail-away book that mentioned in notable sales last week. While not available at your LCS, Drew and I, you don't like this. This was not like a store or convention exclusive. It was an open to order for whoever wanted to order through Milkbone, which Drew is not permitted to give to his dog.
Oh, that's right.
So,
that's right. Yes.
With that in mind, this comic claims the top spot with more than 40 sales in the secondary market, averaging $56, while hitting a high sale of 70. Sets with the Milkbone box can fetch $85.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, I guess I didn't do it, but I like it.
You like circumventing your LCS, Drew? Wow.
Occasionally.
Wow.
Like, we had fun with the GameStop stuff that you got GameStop.
True.
Exclusive. That was kind of fun. Don't want to see it all the time, but occasionally it's fun.
We will allow it a couple times.
Yes.
At rank 2, we have Tales to Astonish, number 81, the old Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. As noted in the last write-up, we can really mix up the order in these top 5 or 6 and still have a valid argument for the placement. Decided to award the top spot of Boomerang. I'm sorry, the first appearance of Boomerang to this number 2 book. thanks to the more than 35 sales averaging $35. Grade sensitive, of course, but this also has a high raw sale of $95, which honestly seems very affordable for a book of this age.
Yeah, that is surprising. I thought, first of all, the first appearance of Boomerang would be in a Spider-Man book. And that surprises me that it's in this.
Yeah. At rank 3, Web of Spider-Man 36, we've seen the first appearance of Tombstone here on the list before, thanks to his role in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man animated series. He pops up here this week thanks to rumors of Lonnie Lincoln being one of the 3 possible villains in the next Spidey film, and Boomerang being the number 2 spot. This one had more than 30 sales this week at an increase in volume of 700% while averaging $15 with a high of $30 and CGC 9.8 sitting at $316.
Okay.
Justice League Europe 11 is our number 4 book with a Kevin Maguire cover. A seeming spoiler thanks to a toy spotted on shelves related to the upcoming Superman film. It seems to confirm that baby Joey, Metamorpho's son, will be playing a role in the film. His first goes back to this dollar bin book, as many sales this week's were still very cheap. That said, after all the cheap copies cleared and we had more than 30 sales, we had some reach as high as $17. We'll see how this goes now that the cheapies online are gone and folks start hitting up the dollar bins this week and flipping them. At rank 5, What If? Number 105. Had this on the outside looking in last week thanks to rumors positioning Sadie Sink's role in Spider-Man 4 as Mayday Parker. As such, interest has returned to this classic What If first appearance. With over 25 sales this week, reprising the 400% increase, the average sale is a whopping $225 thanks to 9 CGC 9.8 sales this week. That's right, 9 different CGC 9.8s sold with a high of $410. We're all, meanwhile, still averaging $92.
Wow, people are really excited about this one. Way more than Tombstone and Boomerang.
At 6, we have Mark Spears' Monsters number 1, the 5th print, 1 in 20. Just when you think Monsters is old news, the 5th print, instead of featuring an awesome Evil Dead homage, decides to take the market by storm. Yes, this 1 in 20 sold very well this week, with over 25 sales averaging an impressive $78 while reaching highs of $100. I say highs because there were multiple $100 sales this week. Dang.
Yeah, that's surprising.
At 7, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 33. Slow build for last week's first appearance of Powerlift, as this particular cover has stood out thanks to the character's appearance on it. A couple dozen sales have pulled the average sales up to $10 with highs reaching $20. Who knows if this character has legs, but any new Marvel first these days seems to pop. Hell, Hulk even was another example. Hell, Hulk being the other.
Powerlift, okay.
At rank 8, Avengers 162, this beautiful George Perez cover. Look at all these rumors. Yes, another rumor is putting Jocasta in the role of Vision's wife in the new Vision Disney Plus series, triggering a spike in her appearance. With about 20 sales, the volumes are up 500%, with the average sale being $18, with highs hitting 40. CGC 9.8, meanwhile, are $275. At 9, Spawn number 5, the reprint. Okay, so retailers had to order 10 copies of the Sherlee Johnson book to qualify to order as many of these reprints as the original $1.95 cover price. As such, this reprint is chasing the first print in costs out the gate with 55 sales already, while reaching a high of $13 after most of the $2 to $5 auctions cleared out.
That's kind of neat that they did that, though.
Yeah. And at rank 10, The Curse of Sherlee Johnson, number 1, the 1 in 50 Ryan Otley cover. I've said all week that I'm not a fan of this cover, but the market seems to disagree, as this 1 in 50 has come out strong with over double ratio. That's right, averaging $106 on over a dozen sales, while sets of all covers are running about $150 as the only quote-unquote incentive variant. It will be interesting to see how this performs over the next week.
Creepy.
Notable sales right up your alley, Drew. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow number 19, the 1 in 10 version. And Drew, and what is this an homage of?
Oh, the old Purple Rain cover.
The old Purple Rain homage. Been hunting this one for years. Go back and watch the very first Chase and Ghost show, but they have yet to find any luck. That said, a buyer took a shot this week at a $4,949 asking price and offered $1,600, and it was accepted. That's a deep discount and still a solid sale, as this last sold for $1,800 back in November.
That's pretty cool.
And X-Men number 11 Pressman copy. Another hard to find 9.8 sold this week as this second print silver foil edition of X-Men 11 that was included with the old board game, sold for just over $1,000 at $1,005. That sold back in September for $895. This is only just off the outside looking in price sale of $1,000.
That's pretty. That came with a board game, huh? Interesting. I'm not familiar with Pressman.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, Drew, let's head on over to DC Connect and see what's happening for the future. Let's see what's happening in June for August. My goodness, we're looking all the way out to August.
Yep. They're excited. I bet there's a whole thing about your birthday.
It's a big write-up on me, and what a wonderful 44 will be.
Oh.
From the team behind the Massiverse comes a new sci-fi Batman epic, Immortal Legends Batman. All right, let's see if that's the lead item or not. Nope, we're leading with Batman 163 by Jeff Loeb. Don't miss the finale of Hush 2 Part 1 in Batman 163.
That's a cool. Is that a wraparound cover, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's dope.
That's pretty slick.
The shocking conclusion of Hush Part 1 with Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. Will Batman survive Hush's revenge when his only allies are his greatest? Really nice Del Auto variants. Really nice Gary Frank variants. Derek Chew is a really good variant.
And this will be back in 2026 as a miniseries to conclude?
Absolute Batman number 11, the origin of Absolute Bane. Absolute
that's a
Superman
big fat
10.
Bane.
Yeah, big old Bane. Job of the Bane. Absolute Superman 10. We're all in with all this, of course. You're all in.
Oh yeah.
Absolute Wonder Woman 11.
100%.
Heavy as the head that wears the crown. All in. Absolute Green Lantern. All in. Absolute Flash number 6. All in. Absolute Martian Manhunter 6. Immortal Legend Batman number 1. Kyle Higgins, Matt Groom, art by Erica DeRusso and Dan Mora. We get Dan Mora art on this one, Drew. Dan Mora doing the main cover. Humanity broke the barrier between our universe and our universe's shadow. From the void came horrific aberrations that craved nothing but destruction. But from this terror, a legend was born, a warrior who found a way to access the energy that binds our universe and the shadow universe, transforming him into a cosmic dark knight. This immortal legend was named Batman. He fought to keep us safe, but then one day abandoned the war. Though he didn't disappear entirely, now they say he hunts a rogues gallery of monsters born.
Actually, it says a Rouge's gallery. From the show.
Oh, I just assumed and walked.
Yeah. So that couldn't be a typo, could it? Because
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? C'est choix.
Rouge's. But you know what? I don't care a lick about this at all. What I do care about is the next one. Here it is: Spider-Man: The Kryptonite Spectrum, number 1, written by my boy W. Maxwell Prince and my other boy Martin Marazzo on art. And this is my Ice Cream Man creative team who are moving over to do a DC book, and it is called The Kryptonite Spectrum, and it is about what? I don't care, but I want to read it anyway. 4 new kryptonites have been discovered in deep space, and Superman needs to know just what exactly they do to him, lest the colorful rocks of his home planet fall into evil hands. With Batman at Superman's sides, this DC Black Label Superman event explores the consequences of each never-before-seen variety of kryptonite, all in the formal and boundary-pushing fashion.
Formal and boundary-pushing fashion? We get Superman's dick this time. I'm guaranteeing one of these is Viagra kryptonite.
So we got 4 new kryptonites to check out, and this is going to be... I cannot wait.
There was like a Smallville episode where there was like a pink kryptonite that made Superman like steal a GameCube or something.
Okay, that's a flashback. It looks good. It looks cool. It's $6 for 32 pages. Little high. Is that the regular price?
But it's W. Maxwell Prince, man.
32 pages is not a lot for $6, but I guess that's the going rate for Black Label. We've got beautiful foil variants. We've got beautiful 1 in 25s. We've got a Lotte variant, this is going to be fun, or a thinker, or supers. Kyle,
5 issues.
You excited about it at all?
I mean, I'm not typically excited about Superman stuff, but this sounds like fun. This sounds like a good time. And like, W. Maxwell Prince is going to do, like, one of these is going to be completely effed up.
Yeah.
And I can't wait.
It's going to be, it'll be off the wall, though. That'll be fun. I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah, I can see we have a green kryptonite, a red, a black, and a yellow at the very least. And there's a blue, I think. Interesting.
Yeah. What more could you want?
Superman 29, Joshua Williamson, Dan Moore on Action Comics 1089, Superman Unlimited 4, Night of the Superman Bat. Come on, Slot, you can do better. Supergirl 4 Girls Night Out, Crypto, the Last Dog of Krypton, beautiful Jiley cover.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman.
I'm still going to be psyched about this.
Wonder Woman 24, Holding the Baby.
All right.
Trinity, daughter of Wonder Woman 3. Justice League Unlimited 10, all in. So your Mark Waid book, right? So you're all on that one?
Yeah.
Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, Part 2, issue Justice League Red, #1, Saladin Ahmed writing that, Clayton Henry. All-Star Saladin Ahmed and Clayton Henry sound the alarm. So we got
Dead Man.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's cool.
We got Dead Man, we got Cyborg, we got One of the Lanterns, we got Power Girl.
Yeah. I don't know who the red girl with the sticks is on the left. Is that Red Tornado big head back there, or is that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
It might just be a dead.
No, Dead Man's with the D on his chest, so I think that's Red Tornado. It would make sense if it's Justice League Red, right? That makes sense. Yeah, that looks good.
All right, and then something you could have given me a million guesses and I would not have guessed. Cheetah and Cheshire robbed the Justice League. No.
I first read this, and I thought it was Cheetah and Cheshire Rob, like his name was Rob.
Did the exact same thing.
And then it was like Colin the Justice League. And so I got a little confused, but it's the Cheshire. It's just Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott, which is a pretty good team. I don't know Cheetah and Cheshire that well. I don't know Cheshire at all.
So we are labeled as an ongoing, Drew. Over or under?
6.
6.
So you can't push and say 6, so I'll go over.
You're going over 6.
Yeah. If you would have said 6.5.
5.5, yeah.
If you would have said 6.5, I would have went under.
Detective Comics 1100, an epic star-studded, oversized 1100 issues celebration. Is 1100 an appropriate place to celebrate a number?
Oh yeah. You can do every 25, every 50, every 75, and go crazy. So
now,
yes.
One thing I am actually excited about, we have a jock cover. We have the good jock cover, I think.
Yeah, that's the good spelling.
Like that cover, so variant covers by Jock, Frank Miller, and Sienkiewicz. So like that's
it's a pretty good.
I'm in.
Yeah, it's a pretty good trio there.
Yeah, you can celebrate if you do that. All in with Nightwing in the clutches of a monster. Nightwing 129. Nightwing must overcome the creature that has taken over Titan's Tower and rescue his allies from its 5th dimensional prison, but trapped in the time warps and bad dreams, those who escape may be changed forever. Batgirl 10. Batman and Robin 24. Don't miss the explosive conclusion to Memento. Batman Superman World's Finest 42 by Mark Waid. Catwoman 78. Special oversized issue for 78. Oversized issue. How many pages do you think of when you hear oversized issue, Drew?
What are we looking at? Oh, the Catwoman. I would have thought 50, but no.
40 pages is oversized.
Make it a $5 book. Why is it oversized?
Because it's 78, Drew.
78? Maybe this is the final issue, and they're going to take a break.
The contract on Catwoman's life.
Just the end of an arc. All right.
Yep. Birds of Prey 24, Harley Quinn 53, Poison Ivy 35, Aquaman 8, New Gods 9.
Jenny Frison covers on that. Isn't that weird?
Oh, wow.
She must be taking a break. Yeah.
What the heck, man?
Right.
Flash 24, I like that Bruno Redondo cover on Green Arrow 27. I like that cover A on the hospital bed stuff. Actually, I like the is that another Redondo? Yeah, Redondo's rocking some of these covers. Give me some like David Aja-ish stuff. Green Lantern 26, Green Lantern Corps 7. Very Oh, they're. I'm guessing they're the same storyline.
Yeah, it's a connector.
Titans 26. John Layman reunited with the Doom. Mr. Terrific Year 1. Bruno Redondo takes center stage in a new line of artist spotlight variants. I did not know this, but I did notice some of them were very nice. I liked that Green Arrow one. I liked that Flash one. The rest are okay.
They're pretty good. They're all pretty good. I like them.
JSA 10. Jeff Lemire. The History of the DC Universe, number 3, Mark Waid and Jurgens on art on that one. Secret 6. Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over 5 of a 6-issue series, so almost on. Robin and Batman, not Batman and Robin.
No.
Jason Todd, number 3.
Not to be confused with Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a different.
Correct. Batman and Robin, Year 1, number 10. Batman Dark Patterns, 9. Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, number 9. Batman Gotham by Gaslight 2. This is an Elseworld title. Green Lantern Dark, Elseworld title. DC vs. Vampire, World War V, number 12, an Elseworld title, with a really nice Dustin Nguyen cover. That's good.
It doesn't even say. I thought that would be the end, but it doesn't seem to be the final issue.
Yeah, we're still rocking on this one. Resurrection Man, Quantum Karma 5, guest starring the Human Target.
Okay, I like that.
And let's see, that Harley Quinn number 1 facsimile edition. That's worth pulling the trigger on for $5. Oh, that's beautiful. Can't ever get up.
Which one are we looking
at? Digital physical 40 digital.
Oh, the
Harley Quinn 1 facsimile. Of course, Detective Comics 880 facsimile. Harley one better, but it looks like we're featuring Joker stuff on.
Yeah.
Batman 163 giant size special edition Drew, $14.99 for 40 pages, but it's 11 by 17. So there you go.
Okay, that's one way to do it.
Read the finale of Hush Part 1 board size. So this you can buy it regular, you can buy it thick board.
You know, that's kind of a fun idea. I mean, I don't like $15 for the comic, but it'd be cool if libraries, you could go check them out. It'd be a cool way to, especially for me with my old eyes, and to read an 11 by 17 comic would be fun.
I have to only wear one pair of cheater glasses now. Action Comics 23 facsimile edition. That's, of course, your first appearance of Lex Luthor. Supergirl Universe's End from our collected edition. Dumb Stuff. And I think we're into more collected editions, so I hand out to Drew.
We're gonna collect the Vigilante Eagly double feature Peacemaker. First 2 issues have been really good. I haven't read the third yet, but I will shortly. That's been high quality for us. Two-Face Trial Separation gets collected, as does some DC Finest, The Long Halloween, the compacted. I'm guessing these are selling well because people they keep cranking them out. We get an absolute edition for Crisis on Infinite Earths, Marv Wolfman, Rich Perez. This would probably be a lot of fun to reread. As an inspector, Jonah Hex collected All-Star Western Omnibus. Ooh, 1,064.
That's a lot of pay. That's worth paying some money for.
Yeah, collecting the entire series from All-Star Western, Batman Black and White Compendium. That's pretty cool. Some Lin Wein, Kelly Jones, Swamp Thing being collected. Scott Snyder's launch pad of American Vampire. Again, lots of Red by Warren Ellis. I've never read that. We got Darwin Cook, Ego and Other Tales. That's pretty. That takes us home, Kyle. What were we thinking? DC's offering.
Not a bad little lineup of things.
No,
it seemed in a good order. A couple little new things, a couple little crazy things. There you go.
Yeah, good deal.
I'm not as tired as I am when I normally get through the Marvel one. So all in all, I'd say a positive.
Yeah, positive.
All right, so let's head on over to
Comics Eating Up.
Yep, Comics
or
Eating
Cover
Up.
Price.
For some reason, my tab is gone. I must search. All right. Yep, the May 26th week. Let's start with the number 1 item, Invincible 19, the regular cover. In case you haven't heard, Battle Beast has been making waves in the comic book world. It looks like the first official solo series for the character started off on excellent foot. We tracked 10 copies sold. Current, raw, near mint, $564, with the CGC 9.8 going for $1,325.
Okay.
Drew, rank 2, Nightwing 126, 1 in 25. Take a look at the work of art within a work of art, and it has one of our top incentive cover picks on New Comic Book Day. This cover features the in-universe street art of Nightwing It is extremely well done, and it is unlike the Nightwing covers that we have seen before. Yes, 'cause most of those have been garbage. Additionally, this issue is the first appearance of Captain Hallow, a ghost of the first cop ever killed in action. The story is a good mystery arc, and the villain's future is left open-ended. If you're a fan of great covers, key issues, and retailer instead of rarities, this is the book to pick up. Tracking 13 copies on the secondary market with a high sale of $100. Currently, you can get them for maybe $8.
I can buy it now for $50.
Oh, yeah? There
Yep.
you go. That is. At rank 3, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 33, Taryn Clark. This is the press work, or the lifting terminology they called her.
Oh, power press or
Yeah.
power lift.
Yeah, they're calling her Keisha Kwan. Makes her debut as big as her biceps in this issue of Miles Morales. Not only is it her debut, it also is the debut of Philomelus and the Fire. Oh, God, those are horrible. This book is moving fast on the aftermarket, but if you follow our article release, we saw this. Featured this book in the final order cutoff and also highlighted it on our new comic. $20 is high sale, settling to $15. Web of Spider-Man #1, 36. Boy, I sold so many Web of Spider-Mans. I can't believe one of them's popping.
Right.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is still changing the aftermarket trends with a ton of rumors. In the latest rumors, new villains' names for the movies were reportedly dropped in the recent Disney Consumer Production Show. No official news has been released, but a deleted Instagram post has reported that Scorpion, Boomerang, and Tombstone will be featured in the film. This rumor has sparked massive interest in the first appearance of Tombstone. This issue has taken off, tracking 33 copies sold. High sale of $316 for CG98 and Rawls for $22. I was buying these for quarters.
Yeah.
Avengers Volume 1, 162. In case you have forgotten, Vision Quest is still in full production. It is set to wrap up filming in June. The series is expected to premiere in 2026 on Disney+. Since the end of WandaVision, we haven't heard much from Vision. However, a new rumor surrounds the series, adding more to the cybernetic cast. Based on a recent casting call, some believe that we will see Jokta's debut in the MCU soon enough, with Vision being the main character of the series and Ultron the villain. Tracking 16 copies, CGC 9.8 going for $275. Near mints for $16. Curse of Sherlee Johnson #1, the Ryan Otley 1 in 50. We talked about this one hitting $119 with 16 copies on the. That's crazy. As the only real ratio. Mark Spears Monsters 5th print, the 1 in 20. Of course, we talked about that being $100. Exquisite Corpses #1, the Michael Walsh secret foil. Love these Exquisite Corpses books, but they're all the same darn cover. A secret variant cover is a big chase for most iconic comic book fans. Once a secret variant is released and word gets out, the hunt begins and the aftermarket is set ablaze. That was the case for the secret foil cover, which debuted James Tynion's new series. Now, not only has this series been receiving tons of positive reviews, but this secret variant makes the cover all the rarer and more desirable. Tracking 20 copies of the secret variant with a high sale of $140 for the CC 9.8 and $65 for near mints. Superman, A Friendship Unleashed #1, Milkbone giveaway. 34 on the secondary market, $75 for near mint, plus 64 being the settle. Marvel Team Up, Battle Beasts Blind Bag Edition for Marvel Team Up. The Battle Beast blind bags were a big question mark for the most comic book collectors. It was advertised that the bag would contain one of the variants of Battle Beast #1, possibly, including chances at retailer incentives. That wasn't mentioned was that the packs would contain the first-time reprints of key issues of Invincible's run. These reprints have foil covers and are rare pulls from the blind bag. Once these were discovered, many hit the aftermarket and the sales started rolling in. Some collectors want the guarantee of securing this cover rather than hunting it through multiple blind bags. Tracking 84 copies sold on the secondary market, $45 for Near Mint Wrong was the high, settling to $29.
Kirkman knows how to play the game. He's so good.
God, he's so good.
He's so good at it. At rank 11, we have Battle Beast 2 with the foil advance edition. Let's see, they've sold 38 copies of this one with a high sale of 20 for a raw shab. Rank 12, we got the Invincible 19 Battle Beast foil edition, because this is the first appearance of Battle Beast. Chuck those in there. We sold 34 copies of this one with a high sale of $31. At rank 13, we have Helverine 5, Hell Hulk. This book isn't viewed as the first appearance of Hell Hulk per se, but it most definitely is the Demonic Domino's first cover appearance. So that gives it 17 copies sold with a high sale of $18. At rank 14, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 546, The Steve McNiven regular cover. Tom Collins' Spider-Man 4 has been rumored forever before being confirmed, and we even got the title earlier this year, Brand New Day. It is similar to the storyline that started right here in this book. However, we don't know if it will adapt the storyline directly or not. It has a rich history to pull from, with it being the first appearance of Mr. Negative, Feast, the second Jackpot, and even the first cameo appearance of Freak. There's a lot going on, and as a book fans have steadily picked up since the name of the film was announced, or was confirmed. We tracked 15 copies sold, high sale of $2.75 for a 9.8. Raw's around $17. I'd pick up a Raw. I ranked 15, Fantastic Four number 5, the 2025 facsimile 1 in 25. The trend of facsimile books receiving ratio variants has increased lately, and it's a no-brainer for a big book like this. The original cover looked like this, and despite being a classic, it didn't quite emphasize the first appearance of Dr. Doom quite like the cover has. With the increase in Doom love lately, it's not surprising to see a book like this do some aftermarket work. We tracked 7 copies sold, with a high sale of $60 for a near mint Raw, and current Raws around. At rank 16, we have Zatanna number 4, the Juliet Naneka 1 in 25. Zatanna isn't really a household name, but excellent covers like this 1 in 25 typically do very well in the end. After 10 copies of this sold, with a high sale of $50 for a near mint. At rank 17, we have the Thanos Imperative Devastation number 1. There were rumors that the team who debuted this book, the Annihilators, would be getting the MCU treatment on the backs of the Thunderbolts' success. A whole discussion sprang up online debating which team would take which. So 10 copies of this sold with a high sale of $35 for it. At rank 18, we have Fantastic Four 48, the Turin Clark 2025 facsimile. Similar to the FF5 earlier, this is the first Galactus appearance in this facsimile, and 17 copies of this sold with a high sale of $33. At rank 19, we have another Mark Spears Monsters. This one's number 4, the Dr. Creepy 1 in 25, which sold 20 copies and a high sale of $38 for a near. And rounding out our top 20 was Invincible Iron Man number 9, the regular Mike Deodato cover, which is the first appearance of Riri Williams, Ironheart, and she'll be getting her own series. This sold 12 copies with a high sale of $155 for a CGC 9.8, and Raw's around $42.
I remember that book when it first came out being on the radar. It was bigger then than now, but still. Good to see it popping again.
Yeah, and you know, if her series is decent, it could really do something.
Absolutely. All right, now the point of the podcast. Whatever's everybody coming over here for? Everybody's coming over for that sneak peek at next week. Everybody wants to know what's going on in your local comic book shops. So let's head on over to good friends at Leonard Distributions. Let's find June the 4th, 2025, and let's see what's happening, Drew. Starting with Absolute Green Lantern. Number 3.
Yeah, some pretty coverage there. We've also got some Absolute Superman looking good.
Yeah, Clayton Crane with a good cover there.
Mm-hmm. Adventure Time hits its mark.
Yeah. Number 1 going to a second print on that Adventure Time book. Number 3 comes out. Continuing the...
Archie gets a facsimile?
Yeah, well, landmark first appearance of Kevin Keller.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the first ever gay character.
There you go.
I did that. Okay. Batman 618. More
I thought
Hush.
all of Archie was gay. Oh, sorry.
Oh, ouch. We got Birds of Prey. Nice character sketch cover.
George Perez Legacy cardstock variant. Beautiful.
Yeah. Classic.
DC Pride 2025 gets a gorgeous SOZOMAIKA cover. That's one to have.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Free Planet goes to a second printing already. That's awesome. This is Aubrey Sitterson. I'm glad that did well.
G.I. Joe number 1 going to a 4th print.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Heat Seeker, Gun Honey, continue to crank them out.
We get an Art Germ, and then Art Germ throws his stuff through an anime filter and also releases it there.
Okay.
See, Justice League of America. What else? League versus Godzilla. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Sorry, Drew, I almost forgot Kong in that.
Yeah, you can't leave Kong out.
Kaya 27. So here's more Mark Spears Monsters number 5.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah, and the cover C is a Amazing Spider-Man 313 homage. I like it. Glad they told us because I would not have recognized it.
Exactly. Ooh, Out of Alcatraz gets a second printing for its second issue. Pop Kill finishes up with 4 of 4.
I like that J. Scott Campbell Pop Kill cover.
Yeah, they're pretty quality.
Secret 6-4, the Leslie Lee cover is very good. The Laura Braga cover also good.
Sam and Twitch hits 14. String gets a trade paperback. That'll be 12th printing for Transformers #1, Kyle.
God, and it's such a good cover by Howard Porter and Romulo Fajardo Jr. Transformers 5 going to a 4th print. Void Rivals 1 going to a 12th print as well.
Amazing. Way to go. And what surprises me is we still have a previews site. We still have Previews World. We still have new releases. Somebody is still updating. We heard last week that they've laid off almost all of their workforce. So they must have kept the web person because there is a web page.
There is a web page.
New stuff on it. So, surprised.
Farmhand 22, Free Planet #1, second print.
I just love that. I cannot believe they made it to 12th printings already. That's got to be a record. Feels like a record.
Merca Indolfo's Sweet Paprika. Rockefellers 6.
Titan's selling a lot of t-shirts.
Marvel with ASM 5. I love the Joelle Jones cover. Your girl is doing big things. Look at that.
Let me look at it.
ASM 5 Joelle Jones.
Yeah, it is kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, she just pops out of the woodwork and does a couple of covers, and then back away she goes to whatever she does in her day job.
Daredevil 22. Ghost Rider versus Galactus #1, Drew. Interested in that? That J. Michael Straczynski writing that one. The Devourer of Worlds battles the Spirit of Vengeance.
I am not.
Immortal Thor 24, the Peach Momoko cover with...
How about Imperial? They've been hyping this Imperial up forever with this Jonathan Hickman take on the universe, a cosmic event, Marvel event. Are you excited about that?
I cannot get up.
Yeah, I'm going to try to read it, but it probably will be very tough to get.
Laura Kinney Wolverine 7. Laura has the love of her life in Julian Keller. Can they put Wolverine and Hellion behind the perfect? Always out of reach. What betrayal will sever Logan or Laura's trust in? Find out in the special Legacy 75 issue. A good cover.
Marvel Knights, The World to Come, #1. The future of the Marvel Universe is here. Okay, this is that one about the Black Panther. Future of 616 is determined by a full tribal challenge.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because the one cover looked like Batman on the front. I was like, is this the crossover?
Yeah, interesting. Okay. Then we got Red Hulk 5. Red Hulk's been fantastic.
Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider 14. Really, really dumb about Jan Balthazar interpretation.
And we got Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion #1. So what is this, a universal? Okay. I'm just gonna stay in my spider bubble.
I mean, you gotta pick this up, don't you?
No, I don't, because I don't like any of the other Ultimate titles. So swapping them, throw them all together.
But we saw 3 out of the 6 Ultimate #1s pop, right?
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to read.
Wolverine #8 going to a second print. X-Men 17, beautiful Puppeteer Lee cover.
Ooh.
Dynamite with Terminator 8, Darkwing Duck 4, Belladonna, and some other stuff. These are like $50 books. They're not real. Never mind.
Not real. Be Not Afraid #1 is real. This is Boom PRH.
That's messed up, that cover.
Which one?
The Jai Lee cover?
Oh, I was looking at the Reiko Murakami.
I would look at the Jai Lee cover with the umbilical cord-laden child.
Oh, yes.
Hanging out of mother. Strangely won it, though. Chrononauts Library Edition hardcover.
Nice.
Collecting all of Chrononauts Volume 1 and 2 for $50. Gosh, that was so good.
It's only 2 issues for $50?
The 2 different series.
Oh, okay. Lots of Monsters covers. I'd go with that Wolfman cover if I was betting me.
That is an homage. Gun Road to the 6-0 issue. It's from Oni Press. Did you do Sixth Gun?
I read some of it. Yep, I never finished it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cross Naruto. All right, Drew, this is the point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of next week. What's the one pick to go to your local comic book shop, snag up, and say, hey, I have?
I lost it. I had it open, and I accidentally closed it. And shoot, what did I do with that? Damn it.
All right, Drew, then I'm going to go ahead and jump in front of you and say I'm going to pick a $10 book. I'm going to pick DC Pride 2025 #1 one-shot just because of that SOZOMAIKA cover. Haven't seen much from her lately. Want to see more from her and really, really like that. We will see if there's collectability in a $10 cover in this, but so good. I had some runners-up in that Joelle Jones Amazing Spider-Man. Laura Kitty cover was good, and that Be Not Afraid by Jai Lee we talked about.
Yeah. I can't find. Man, that's a bummer. I don't even know what it was. I don't even know where I was looking at this point. I mean, I have one job, right? Right, Kyle? One job.
You're supposed to be a professional here, Drew.
I mean, I've done 982. Is that where? 982?
Yes, sir. Was it Transformers #1, the 12th printing?
It was not. I mean, I Be Not Afraid was up there. And
You want the giant Lee umbilical cord or the creepy cover A?
I'm going to go creepy.
Creepy cover A, Be Not Afraid. Boom, PRH.
And tell me again what you picked.
I picked from Lunar Distributions the DC Pride 2025 #1 one-shot, the SOZOMAIKA cover.
Gotcha. That was a good one. All right.
Well, thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself as we start June off with release things. My goodness, this month and year is flying. I thank you so much for hanging out with Drew and myself as we go through all of our technical issues and difficulties, and we get things squared away with Previews World and Penguin Random House and all the other Lunar Distribution stuff. We thank you guys so much for tagging along with us, as things have not been easy in the comic book world as of late, but anything worth doing is not always easy. So we thank you so much. If you want more from Drew and myself, head on over to Patreon.com, find comics for fun and profit, throw a couple bucks our way, get things early, ad-free, and fun. Talk to us on Slack, all kinds of fun stuff, so we can vent with you about all our frustrations. We thank you so much and appreciate you. So for Drew and for myself, see you.